Hello everyone and welcome to Make Your Mind. This is actually going to be a quick little behind the scenes video. If you may have seen the video from before, I did a preview video for the up and coming sculpt for Al-An. Actually here, I don't quite need those for this. I need this and I'm going to need black. But as you can see, here was the arm that I showed in that teaser video. So I have this arm done. I also have this arm done. So this arm goes on the bottom, and this arm is on the top. And then this arm is actually going to go in the middle. It has the 3 fingers. As you can see, I already put the black little ball joint on the end. The little block here with the little shoulder piece. And that's going to go in the middle. And then I did the top left arm, which has these grabber claws. Just looks really, really cool. Just love the way the architects have actually designed all their stuff. I tried to replicate as best I could, but once again, I'm doing this by hand. And just to show exactly what I'm doing, let me go ahead and put you up there. And let's continue working on this, shall we? So what I do is I take this lime green here, and I break off little itty-bitty sections right here. Just little sections right there. Oh, there's some fire truck coming. Don't mind that. Probably going to go save some grandma that fell down. Who knows? They're doing good things. So there we go. Made a couple of those. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then take a little bit of my black right here, and I'm going to roll and make a long sort of strand, I guess. As you can see, what I tried to do with these is I designed a little bit of a line design to try to make it look as somewhat mechanical as I can. But I can't do too many details, especially with this, since I am literally just doing this by hand. But I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek just to show you how I do it. Now, I tried to make these about as random as they can be. Every single arm has a little bit slightly different pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little blotch there. I'm going to put another one over here. And then I'm going to take this blotch right here and do that. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and take our black right here. I'm going to break off a strand about this big. And I'm going to, let's see, how could I do this? I could do down, up, down, down, like that. So I'm going to go down and then back up and over like so, and then put it kind of here. You can see that. Try to give it some sort of a pattern here. But also I wanted to make each arm slightly unique, because they are pretty unique within themselves. And man, I gotta say, the one thing that I do like what Subnautica has done with this Al-An character is they have made a character that I can honestly say is truly alien. It is about as alien as it can get, because you have a creature that in fact has a consciousness that is separate from its body. Now, I mean, you could say that consciousness is separate from body, but imagine being able to, if you will, to be able to separate that conscious from your body and to be able to basically implant it into a computer. That's pretty insane. And I don't even know if that'll even be a technology in my lifetime. I highly doubt it. But I've been proven wrong before, so who knows? Needless to say, I will not be the first on the list to be a part of that. I like having my own consciousness within my own body, but it's just interesting to see what they have done with this Al-An character to try to make him basically just as alien as possible. The fact that he has a body that is separate from his consciousness, that he's actually connected to a network, that he actually, in fact, he may be an organic being, but he is, in fact, the furthest thing from organic that I think I've ever seen. I mean, yeah, using organic components, but imagine being able to 3D print your own body. That's like, I don't even know if that's technically possible. I mean, I know that I've heard rumors about them, about scientists even in here on Earth, that they've tried to 3D print organs, which I don't even know if that's possible yet. But there is just a lot of crazy stuff as far as technology, and that's the one thing that I do like about this Alan character, is that he's alien, but he brings a lot of concepts that are actually quite. He may be alien by himself, but he is in fact. It brings a lot of concepts that I have to admit are actually quite simple for the more or less for us human beings to even understand. And I know, of course, that the Alan character was, in fact, invented by a human, but it's interesting to see such alien characteristics being given, and these concepts and ideas. I just find this character is just so fascinating to be able to do this. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to I'll skip doing the middle left arm, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bottom left arm, which I actually don't know quite what... Oh, I see. I'm using my computer right next to me as a frame of reference in order to see exactly what that looks like. Ah, okay. Okay, I see what it looks like. Gotta admit, this character has a lot... My goodness, this character has a lot of parts. And this is actually not too dissimilar from actually making the character in-game, but it's funny how Alan, he doesn't call his body a body, he calls it a storage medium, because to him, I mean, it'd be the same thing as if, you know, the body is the computer and then the brain or the soul is a memory card. I mean, that is an alien concept, especially for us. Like, we don't have the technology to do that, but my God, just thinking about that kind of stuff, you know, that's about as sci-fi as it gets, but that's also grounded in some form of reality here. There we go. Sorry, I was just looking at it in detail, just trying to make sure this arm. So I got the square here that I already made, and this is a quick arm that I formed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to round that off, press that in to make it look like a shoulder. There we go. And then the arm is going to have this little joint in the middle there, and this little spot here, so that way the arm can actually bend in completely. And then we're going to lengthen that out. There we go. But yeah, but it's interesting that in the game that Alan gets downloaded into Robin Goodall's. He gets downloaded into her conscience, or I guess it's technically not a he, it's an it. Because I don't believe that the architects that they breed. I think that they actually just maybe there's just a set number of them, and they change bodies, or the ones that survive they end up getting they either get granted the privilege to download their consciousness to a storage medium, or I don't know. I mean, there's so many questions to ask about what the architects, what they're able to do, and also just what their technology is. I mean, but it's just, I love the fact that these concepts are being brought up. The concept of consciousness separate from body, the sort of ideas that, like, what if you could download your brain into a computer? And I know that's been done in many games and other mediums before. Like, what's the one? I'm trying to remember there was a doctor from the Marvel movies. One of the doctors from Hydra, the second hand to Red Skull. He actually got his consciousness downloaded into a computer, and they ended up finding him. I believe that was in Winter Soldier, which I love Captain America Winter Soldier. I haven't seen that movie in a while. I'm kind of rearing to see it again. That's a good movie. But all right, back to the task at hand. Enough about Marvel. It's just very interesting to see here. What I'm doing here is that the arm, it sort of looks like it sort of has these four, they're almost like fingers, but they all circle back to a point. And then they have this little node in the middle with this little green dot. And what this arm is actually used for is, essentially it's like Alan's gopher tool. Basically, it's like a big grabber arm that can extend out and then pick up things and basically levitate things. It's a lot like the propulsion cannon from Subnautica. It's basically the architect version. But it's interesting to see that since the story, I think there've been some leadership change in hands, and when it comes to Subnautica, and especially with Below Zero, and I know some people don't work there anymore, which is a shame. Personally, I believe Simon Chilinsky, I think that letting him go was kind of a shame, but it's all good because he now gets to make the sounds and everything for the Gargantuan Leviathan, which I am so stoked to see when that's done. I definitely want to do a reaction and a let's play, but I got to figure out. I still, like I said, I'm still a humble YouTuber that just makes clay sculptures, so I don't know exactly how. I don't know how to exactly to screen capture and record sort of gameplay, but I'm gonna find out. And when I find out, that'll be when I record. That'll be when I record my first, I guess, Subnautica video. At least the gameplay, anyway. But with that, there we go. So it kind of looks like this. It's got the little dot there in the center. Squeeze that off, make that look a little better. There we go. And then that sort of goes onto the ball and socket joint like that. But now I need to figure out how exactly am I going to attach this without getting it damaged. I got to be careful with it. This is that wax-based clay. This stuff is actually it can be very tough to work with. So I just have to be very patient with it. So what I'll do is I'll sort of squeeze that just very gently right into there, and then let me bend that back in like so. So then there's one of the arms. I'm gonna sort of make this here. You know what? I'm gonna put a little bit more clay into the joint and then flip that back, so that way it looks like this. There we go. Just still trying to figure out how exactly I'm gonna do that, but I think that looks okay, right? Oh, see, that's my problem. The problems of a sculptor. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But in the meantime, to sort of close out this video, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of the details of the arm. But yes, I must admit that I have been absolutely humbled by the support that I've gotten from these videos, and I would love to be able to create some better content for you guys. And I'm actually very close. I'm very, very close. From the point of me talking about this, I'm past 200 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. I've been so humbled to have people see my videos and they say, wow, you should have more subscribers than this, and this is really cool content. I even have YouTube already recommending my videos through the algorithm, which is unbelievable. I can't believe how fast all of this is happening, and it's been so humbling, and honestly it's been a total blast to be able to do this and to be able to create this content for you guys to enjoy, because I don't know about you guys, but I am having an absolute blast doing all of this. This is so much fun, and hopefully I don't make this too boring. Hopefully my commentary isn't too obtrusive, but sometimes I don't use music, and I have to be careful because a lot of music can be copywritten, so I do have to be careful. But these little commentary videos, I've had an absolute blast being able to do them, and these behind the scene videos have been a hell of a lot of fun. But my next goal is to actually start working towards trying to get a YouTube partnership. At that point, I have to reach 1,000 subscribers and have to have at least 4,000 hours of watched content. So, you know, hey, by liking and subscribing and allowing for notifications, that allows me to reach that milestone. And in fact, actually, not too long ago, I was watching Greg Bro Dude Man 1. He's the thalassophobic guy who does Subnautica videos, and he did the recent video he did. He actually met the Shadow Leviathan for the first time, and man, that was funny. That was very, very entertaining. Because he's scared of the ocean, and I have to admit, I would have been scared too, because he ended up finding an entrance down into the crystal caves where the Shadow Leviathan literally just came out of nowhere and then grabbed his sea truck and just scared the hell out of him. And it was very entertaining. And I actually sent him a link to my video, and he watched it and he was impressed. That's the first sort of, bigger YouTuber that I've had actually respond to my videos. I've sent links to other pages, and hopefully I'm not trying to sell myself too much here, but yeah, sorry about that. While I'm talking, I'm also trying to come up with a solution here to this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this small toothpick here. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to break this apart into its individual pieces, like so. It'll be easier for me to reform it again once it's finished. There we go. Look at that. Now that piece will stick in there and it's not going to fall apart. And then now what I do is I reattach the 4 fingers like so. And there we go. So there is the next arm. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to put that... Ooh, a couple more details. I got to put on the front square plate, and then I got to put on the little shoulder plate. So what I got to do here, like these other arms here, you see how you got the little square and the little top section? So I got to do the same thing for these too. So I stick that here and put that there. And I do want to make, like I said before, I do want to eventually become a YouTube partner. And what I would love to do in the future is eventually do sculpture live streams where I'm actually making these for you guys live, where you all can watch. And being able to actually respond and be able to talk to my viewers, you guys. I want to be able to talk to you guys. And I would love to be able to set up in the future to be able to do live streams for you guys so you can see how I am able to do these sculptures by hand. If that's what you guys want to see, if you would love to see live streams, leave a comment down below. I would love to be able to make that. Love to be able to make that happen. But in order for me to do that, I have to become a partner with YouTube, which is going to require, I'm going to need 1,000 subscribers. I'm already just past 200, which thank you all of you for getting me to this point. I know every YouTuber says this, it may be cliche, but I honestly never thought I would get to this point. But I'm astounded with the support that I've gotten from everybody. And I appreciate all of you so very much. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. So like I said before, I would love to become a YouTube partner. And what I need is I need your guys' help. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I need to have a minimum of 4,000 hours watched content. So if you guys would love to share my videos, comment on them, let me know. And by the way, I do take viewer requests. I may not be able to respond to all of you, but I am certain that if I see a request, I will take a look at it. And there have been some requests in the past that I've gotten, like the request for Hollow Knight and the request for Dead Cells. I've gotten those. I've gotten requests to do characters from Roblox. I've had requests to do dinosaurs. And I just hope that in the future, hopefully you guys, I would love to see some engagement from you guys to know what sort of content you would like to see. And thank you all so much for your support. Like I said, I say thank you a lot, maybe too much, but I seriously do thank all of you for this, because I'm having a blast being able to do this. And this is a lot of fun. And I would love to be able to create content for you guys that you guys would enjoy as much as I am enjoying making these things. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you so much to all of you for watching. And hey, share the video, please. Let people know that this channel exists. Make your mind. I also have a Facebook page, and I also have, if you go to my YouTube channel, the Facebook page is on the picture on the bottom right. So you can go check out my Facebook page. If I post on there, I usually post a couple of days or sometimes a day before the video actually drops, so you get to see a sneak peek on every sculpture I make. And I may spread out my social media in the future. So I've got plans. I've got plans for what I want to do. So I would love to hear your guys' comments as far as live streams and and sort of what you would love to see in the future with this channel going forward, because I know what I'd like to do, but I would love to hear your guys' opinions. So with that, thank you so much again for watching this video, and I will see you on the next Sculpture Showcase.